Yo guys, Sniper in here, back with another video, and today I got another top 5 video. I know I haven't done top 5 videos in a while, but here I am because I actually kind of miss doing them, and I'm kind of open, and I'm kind of going to have a busy next week, so it's better to just throw out a top 5 for you guys because you guys also really enjoy them. So it's going to be top 5 best businesses, best DLCs ever added to GTA Online. Number 5, Further Adventures in Finance and Felonies. If you don't know what this is, it's the one that introduced CEO offices, and we know how much of an impact CEO offices have had on the game. It was basically our first technical business. It allowed us to become a CEO, and then it added kind of conjoined with import export, which is another DLC. But import export as its own DLC isn't amazing. It's pretty good, but it kind of just ties into Further Adventures in Finance and Felonies, which is a really good DLC. See, here I'm in the office, and it kind of really gave GTA Online a rebirth at becoming great. A lot of people, it's also what happened. Some of these DLCs were really impactful. This is one of the more impacting ones as well. The Heists update was impacting, but this one, I think was the best because we had this business that came out, and people still do this today. People don't really do heists today, so this has really had a very long-lasting effect on GTA Online. So yeah, this DLC came out in 2016, I believe in the summer, and it brought in the first purchasable business, which was the CEO office. One of the best businesses in the game still to this day, and it brought in obviously the CEO mechanic, the feature to become a CEO, and it obviously added the mission Headhunter. I do that a lot. I profit from it because it's so quick. I could do it in somewhere in between 2 to 4 minutes, and I earn $20,000, maybe like $21,000, but you get the point. Coming in at number 4, we have the Contract DLC that released back in 2021, or actually was it 2020 or something like that in the winter. So it was a winter DLC, and it gave us, and I actually made a separate video on why I think it's so underrated. I still think it's underrated, and here it goes. I think it's one of the best business DLCs in the game that the game has ever seen, and here's why. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there is. It's a pretty big update, actually. You get the return of Franklin. You get Dr. Dre, a big-time celebrity rapper. You probably heard of him too. Actually, I guarantee you definitely heard of him. There's a safe here, so there's that. But Lamar's here, and the missions are pretty good. You get the VIP contract, and you get $1 million guaranteed when you finish it. It usually takes me about an hour. It's kind of like similar to Kaio's time if you're fast. And then there's security contracts that can give you up to like somewhere like $55,000 if you do it on a certain difficulty. So you can still make a lot of money from it. And look how much money I made from it when I log onto the computer here. And the payphone hits. Do the payphone hits because they can get you $80,000 for like 5 minutes, not even maybe. So yeah, here's the VIP contract right here. And security contracts right here. They'll give you 3 random with random difficulties. So that's not really in your favorite. But look, if you go down here, my earnings, 16 million. And a lot of people don't actually use the contract, use the agency. I think it's great. Number 3 is Bikers. I think Bikers is amazing because it's so simple, but it's easy, simple. Like I'm here in the clubhouse, but you don't really even have to focus on the clubhouse. That's not even why I think Bikers is number 3. Yeah, the clubhouse brings you something. It gives you some certain missions, but you don't really need to do them because the real money that you're going to be making from this DLC is the 4 businesses. Like those, the 4 businesses I'm talking about, like weed, meth, cocaine, document forgery, and counterfeit cash, but I'm going to exclude document forgery because, you don't really need to use it. It's not even a point to buy it, really. I just have it because I bought it. I just have it because I wanted to. So yeah, you could do bar resupplies. They kind of touched this up with the Criminal Enterprises DLC that came out last summer. So it's okay. And oh yeah, they also added this, kind of like how the auto shop works, which is pretty cool. Definitely adds more life to the clubhouse and why to buy it. But you're gonna need a clubhouse regardless, but you don't have to make any bit of money there. It's the four other businesses, I say, because especially coke and meth, those will make you generate you so much money, especially if you sell like all four, maybe five if you want to do document forgery. Go ahead. Definitely have friends with you because that's where you're gonna be making the more money. You can do it solo, but then you have to like, it gets a little difficult sometimes. You got to be like more certain with it. But yeah, great DLC. I think it also gets a little bit slept on. People don't really rank it as high as I would. I definitely would say, yeah, I think Bikers is amazing. There's two other businesses. Sorry, I keep saying businesses. DLCs that I would rather have over the Bikers DLC, but it's still great. On to number 2 now. So number 2, After Hours. This may be a hot take to some, but I don't consider it a hot take at all. I think After Hours is a great DLC. Not just for the business, even though the business is amazing. It gave us good vehicles. If you have the Oppressor Mark II, you're going to have a nightclub, which is part of After Hours. And a Terabyte, I love grinding, and the Terabyte is such a great vehicle to help me grind money faster because it's it's mobile. I could spawn it close, and I can start up missions from, let's say, vehicle cargo, and I could start up from there instead of having to go back all the way to my CEO office. So it's great in that essence. But the nightclub is also good business. I'm not even going to talk about the above ground, even though it's kind of cool, I guess. The underground part where you're making the money, the real money, it's totally passive. You don't even have to invest any money into it. You can invest a little bit of money. It's really up to you. But it could be making money while you make money somewhere else. And that's great. It's going to be making money for you in the background, which that's the definition of a passive business in this game. It's great. I think it's the definite must buy. And even the vehicles that this DLC gave, it's amazing. And Tony Prince from GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, is back, and he's kind of running the nightclub. Well, alongside you, of course. Other vehicles like the B11 and the Scramjet were also added. And another returning character was Laszlo, who you may have saw from there. I was on my couch because he was sad because my popularity is low. I don't really care about popularity here. Like, see, you can promote the club, but it's not really going to be making the money. It's going to be from the stock and the warehouses. So I think After Hours is amazing. Definitely buy it if you don't already. I don't know. Everyone probably does, because if you see someone with a Mark II, you definitely know that they have a nightclub. They may not be using it. Definitely start using it if you haven't. And the obvious number 1 is the Cayo Perico heist. You know it was such an overpowered update when Rockstar had to nerf this twice. And it's still a really good update. It's still a really good paying update. You could do it completely solo. The whole heist, you can get 1.3 to like $1.5 million from it. Solo. Like maybe around an hour. It takes me around an hour to do it. It's fun with friends. I'm sorry, I'm parking. It brings back horrid memories. If I'm waiting for a certain viewer, maybe he's this far and he's seen it. But it's such a great update. Like $1.3 to $1.5 million in an hour. But you have like now they have like longer cooldowns, but still. After that's done, you can go, I would say, like let your biker businesses stock levels go up, let your nightclub produce a little bit more. While you're doing this, get off, maybe sell those businesses. Like you could be making millions and millions every single day with that simple method. The setups may be getting annoying, but who cares? The heist is definitely worth it. It's fun. Honestly, the finale probably takes like 15 minutes for me. There's not a lot you could do inside the Koshaka, but it's definitely great. And I'm not saying other DLCs were bad. I'm just saying that these 5 were a little bit better. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not really going to be active next week because I'm going to have a surgery. But after that, I'll be back up and running. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.